After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the alarm bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selinoyarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle. you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and from here on out, we'll be using code. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. You're not to mention.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten.
In survival?
I'm glad to hear.
I don't know if I'd ever order one.
Be careful.
What about you?
I'll be Tom. Oh, and
Yeah. Good idea. Time for the snake to shed. Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
this will be a sneak. You must not be seen by the enemy. This kind of infiltration, in other words, weapon, that goes for food as well. You're...
Great. I suppose calling me Snake was your...
No, there's a good reason for that.
Gotcha. Getting back to the
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. You'll also find some medical supplies.
Yeah.
I see.
No problem.
My frequency is, if you need... Okay, Snake. I see you've retrieved your back. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your... In the survival viewer, you're available from that list for other equipment.
Got it.
Yep, survival is fun. After you've been out in the field, if your stamina gets... You won't be able to keep an eye on your stamina. To recover lost, you can...
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy Tranquil...
That's right. It's been... However, the suppressor will deteriorate once it's durable. The suppressor's...
I have to...
Solo, you can't... No weapon. There aren't supposed to be any Americans. You can't let anyone see you. You're a ghost, and there'll be...
Then I'll just have to take...
I'm afraid so. You've been given... SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like tape it to your body so you can take it...
How generous.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of...
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revive.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth, but...
That's the one. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was...
Right.
I guess that means I can't...
Correct. The mission...
A real one-man...
Relax. There's a support team ready to...
Who?
I'll introduce this time. Survival. The first member of the support team will be in charge of as well as record. She's a member of...
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very...
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you... My frequency is 14...
She's also in charge of... Whenever you want to save, send...
So...
That's right. It also records...
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember a legendary Actually, it was the boss that got the DC. She's going to be serving as Fox.
The boss?
She also helped me plan this mission.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been fun.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really?
What's that supposed?
Why'd you disappear on me all?
I was on a top. You didn't need me any.
But there were still so many things.
No. I taught you everything you needed. I taught you all the rest you needed to learn.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a...
How to think like a soldier? A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can... In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important, spirit and body are like two sides of a single... I can't teach you how to think. You'll listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now, does having personal feelings about your comrade, politics determine who you face, and politics are a living thing. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given, but you're looking for a reason. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place. He has no enemies and no friends. You follow the orders you're given.
I do whatever I have to get the job done.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, in the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end.
Being paid.
It means devoting your...
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up...
I follow the will of the leader.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The time. People's values change over time. So there's no such thing as an enemy in the enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything.
And that's the way a soldier...
The only thing we can believe in is the mission, Jack.
All right.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right.
That's right, the legendary unit that the boss put together during the Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end, and as long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd
Yes. Same here. After all, who knows if Snake, you were always best at urban warfare, but this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those
CQC. I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years.
Not to worry. I'll be... After all, this is your first actual survival mission.
Where are you, boss?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine.
My frequency is 141.80.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve... Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory. Avoid heavy combat and don't let...
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now. Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet... We can't let the Kremlin find out. Contact with the enemy is...
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle. The success of the mission depends on... Change your camouflage. The uniform option lets you pick choosing camouflage that... Also, don't forget that anything that moves will... If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, but if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by... You can see how effective your camouflage is. The camo index shows the higher the value. The key is to make yourself...
tasty.
Is anybody there? Who's that? Radio! Where's our backup?
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast.
Northeast section.
Be careful. Your mission is to... He must not be exposed to...
Right.
Oh, and what?
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov...
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
that? Radio, get us some backup.
HQ, respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
I see him.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
What's wrong?
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Who's that? Radio, get us some.
this is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
What's wrong? Damn it!
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the Army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a crew soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die. Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU cut.
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to something between the KGB and GRU.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU?
I don't like it.
I agree.
Sokolov ran off by himself.
We're counting on you.
Saving the game. Snake, do you know the creature from
Nope.
these scientists and they get